Hey guys, Maverick here and welcome to another new video. Today we'll be doing a review of probably the most anticipated new launch of 2023, the Reserve Residences. I just got back from the show flat, so I want to do this review while everything is still fresh in my head. Something interesting about this development is that it was a dual envelope land tender, meaning that the developers will first have to submit a proposal for the use of the land, and after that only the shortlisted developers will be participating in the bidding. So even though the land cost may be low at $989 per square feet per plot ratio, the reality is that the developers will have to bear the cost of not only building the bus interchange but also the commercial development as well. So yes, you heard that right. The Reserve Residences is going to be an integrated transport hub with a fully air-conditioned bus interchange, a decent-sized shopping mall, and also a direct link to Beauty World MRT station. All in all, it's going to be a relatively large development with 732 residential units, 160 service apartments, and 219,000 square feet of commercial space, which is almost the same size as Wisma Atria. Now the preview is going to start on the 13th of May, and the sale of the units are going to start on the 27th. If you'd like to learn more about the new launch process, do check out my video over here. If you're planning to head to the show flat, do reach out to me and I'll help you book an appointment. So just like all my other review videos, I'll be grading the reserve based on 5 criteria. Firstly, it will be the location. Secondly, the transport and accessibility. Thirdly, will be the quality of the development. Fourthly, we'll be looking at the launch pricing. And lastly, the exit strategy. First up for location, which I think is the highlight for the reserve. It is located along Jalan Anak Bukit and at the start of the stretch where you find Bukit Timah and Danyan Road. If you are foodie, well, you're in heaven because you have Bukit Timah Market and Food Centre. You also have Beauty World Food Centre, both just a short walk away. Other than that, you have F&B establishments in Beauty World Centre, Bukit Timah Plaza and Bukit Timah Shopping Centre. If you want more, you can always head over to Cheong Chin Nam Road where you can find a whole stretch of restaurants and most of them open till late at night. If you want to go shopping, well, you're in luck because you just need to take the lift down and there you can find yourself a 219,000 square feet shopping centre. For nature lovers, you are in close proximity to Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, Rifle Range Nature Park and also the rail corridor which can either lead you to Kranji or the Tanjong Pagar railway station. For families with school-going kids, we are within 1 km of 2 very popular primary schools. We have Pei Hwa Presbyterian and also Methodist Girls' School. Other than these 2 primary schools, you're also close by to Singapore's prestigious education belt where you can find a whole bunch of top secondary schools, junior colleges, Ngee Ann Polytechnic, SIM and also SUSS. As a bonus, you even have Bukit Timah Community Club just a short walk away. For location, I really can't think of anything that's missing, so I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. And I really think that this is the only development this year that is going to get a score like that. Next up, let's talk about transport and accessibility, which is also another strong point of the Reserve Residences. With Beauty World MRT just at your doorstep, you are only 24 minutes away from Bugis Station. And if you're planning to travel northeast or towards the west, you will have the Future Cross Island Line interchange at King Albert Park MRT Station. For drivers, you're just a short drive to the PIE, which will link you to the rest of Singapore. Traveling to town will take you approximately 18 to 30 minutes depending on traffic conditions. So for transport, I'm giving the reserve a solid 9 out of 10. Now let's take a look at the quality of the development. Far East Organisation is no stranger to Singapore's property market. In fact, the 2 current biggest shareholders of Far East, Philip and Robert Ng, have a combined net worth of 15 billion US dollars, making them the 3rd and 4th richest man in Singapore. So like what I said in the beginning, the Reserve Residences will be part of an integrated transport hub with a full-size mall, an air-conditioned bus interchange, and also a linkway to the MRT station. Out of 732 units, 304 of them will be 2 bedrooms, and you also have a good mix of 1, 3, 4 and 5 bedroom types. With a unit mix like this, I would say that the reserve is aimed towards both the on-stay buyers and also the property investors. There are, however, 2 issues I think that buyers will have when it comes to the reserve. Firstly, there are quite a few stacks that are facing directly to the west, and this is due to the fact that the developers were trying to position the stacks to maximize the views that each unit will get. Secondly, some may have concerns of the road noise coming from the PIE. But the developers have been thoughtful about this and have placed the reserve residences higher than where the PIE would be, and have also built a buffer by placing the service apartments and the back of the Creekside, which is part of a collection in the reserve, absorbing the road noise from the PIE. Of course, if you are on the higher floors, you will definitely get some road noise, and the developers have also catered for screens to be installed in those units to reduce the noise you get from the PIE. Talking about the higher floor units, the reserve will consist of 4 low-rise towers of up to 11 stories, 2 mid-rise towers of up to 16 stories, and 2 high-rise towers of up to 16 stories. For facilities, you're looking at a 50-meter lap pool, a whole bunch of other pools as well, dining pavilions, barbecue pits, cabanas, gyms, a tennis court, and also half a basketball court, with these facilities spread across the 33rd, 32nd, 17th, 12th, 6th, and 5th story. They will also have 4 different types of products here in the reserve. Firstly, you have the reserve residences, which are the units catered to the mass market, and then you have the Creekside and the Horizon collection, both are more upmarket units, and lastly you have the Treetops, which are the luxury units. Now let's have a closer look at the floor plans. There are many layouts available in this project, so I won't be going through all of them. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me and I'll give you all the information you need. So firstly, let's take a look at the 1-bedroom unit. There are 2 layouts available, one with a balcony, one without the balcony, pretty standard, similar to most 1-bedroom units you see in the market today. There are 14 different 2-bedroom unit layouts, and the smallest 2-bed 1-bath unit comes in at only 560 square feet due to it having an efficient dumbbell layout with no balcony. I think my favorite 2-bed 2-bath unit will be this layout because the use of space is very efficient at just 667 square feet. You're also looking at a wall-to-wall length of 3 meters, which is a lot wider than the average 2.7 to 2.8 meters. The common bathroom is also a Jack and Jill, so you have access both from the common area and also the common bedroom. And finally, we have the 2-bedroom plus study. We have the normal layout here, and over here we have the huge 800 square feet one. But at that point, I think it would be better to just pay a little bit more for a 3-bedroom unit at 883 square feet. There are other bigger 3-bedroom layouts, but I won't be showing them. The last layout I'll be showing is the 1,471 square feet 4-bedroom layout with a private lift. One thing I really like is that you don't have a dedicated lobby, which saves you a bit of space and opens up directly to your kitchen and dining area. To maximize views, the unit is also protruding out of the tower, giving the whole unit a 270-degree view of the entire Bukit Timah area. And the master bedroom also enjoys an L-shaped window, of course again to maximize the views. Even though the shape of the unit is a little odd, I think they have done a good job in designing the layout to minimize any wastage of space. Over the years, I've heard people say that Far East organization had issues with build quality, but I've also heard some people say that their finishes are always top notch. So my guess is that they could be inconsistent. But all I can say is that the recent projects that Far East have done are pretty much up to standard, and I think the reserve will be no different too. For quality of development, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. The layouts and floor plans are good enough. The facilities look amazing, and I like how ambitious they are with the design of the entire development. Next up, launch pricing. Now this is going to be a major worry for most buyers out there. Even if they wanted to buy this development, can they afford it? Unfortunately, because this is a dual envelope land tender, I have no idea how much the break-even price is going to be. But I can give you a price that is going to be reasonable based on the surrounding projects. Firstly, I think we can take a look at the most recent land sale around the area, which is Bukit Timah Link. With a break-even price of $2,111 per square feet per plot ratio, we're expecting them to sell at an average of around $2,500 per square feet for a 15 to 20% profit margin. So reasonably considering that the reserve is an integrated development, we would expect them to sell at a slight premium at maybe an average of $2,600 per square feet, with a starting price of maybe around $2,450 per square feet. Another comparison would be Link at Beauty World. Yes, it's a freehold project, but we'll take away the freehold premium when we do the calculations later. The most recent transaction is a sub-sale unit of a 1-bedroom that sold for $2,741 per square feet, taking away a freehold premium of 10% and then adding back a premium of $100 per square feet for an integrated residence. A reasonable price for the reserve to launch would be around $2,590 per square feet. We can also take a look at Mayfair Modern, a 99-year 171 unit development that TOP'd last year, with prices now at an average of $2,300 per square feet, and considering that the reserve is going to be 5 years newer than Mayfair Modern, I think a $300 per square feet premium for that difference and the fact that the reserve is an integrated development is rather reasonable. So for this, I'm going to assume that developers are going to price their units at an average of $2,600 per square feet. Even though this price is reasonable in today's market, I think a lot of people who are interested in this development will have difficulties financing their purchase, especially due to the fact that our interest rates are now so high and it is harder to get a higher loan. So for launch price, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And this may change depending on how much the developer actually launches the units for. If you can get anything below $2,500 per square feet, it is definitely a steal. And if you're paying any more than $2,800 per square feet for the mass market units, then I don't think it's going to be a very good buy. Lastly, we got to talk about the exit strategy. As it is now, I think the demand for a unit at the reserve residences will be evergreen. With good schools, eateries, shopping options, nature, connectivity, and potentially really nice views, there's honestly nothing missing when it comes to the needs of a residential home. And building on to that, we are expecting even more transformation in the area. There's going to be a new community club directly linked to both the reserve residences and the MRT station, where you can find a brand new hawker center, a library, and also your community facilities like sports courts. The former Bukit Timah fire station will also be rejuvenated as a community node for nature, heritage, and adventure lovers. There are also plans to redevelop Turf City, which is just 2 MRT stops away. And lastly, not forgetting the Cross Island line, which will be connected via King Albert Park MRT, giving you easier access to northeast and western parts of Singapore. There is strong demand for residential homes in the entire Bukit Timah area, as we've seen Link at Beauty World sold 96% on launch day in a relatively quiet market, and I think even more so for the reserve. A decently large development that houses everything you need in a condominium. If any 99-year RCR development were to hit $3,000 per square feet by 2030, I'm willing to bet that the reserve is going to be one of them. But as you know, for exit strategy, we also have to look at the entry price. So I'd say if you can get a 2 or 3 bedroom at below $2,600 per square feet, I give the exit strategy a 6.5 out of 10. You probably won't be able to see gains like Park Esta and Sterling Residences, but there's a high chance, in my opinion, you can make a decent profit by the time this project TOPs. All in all, the reserve seems to be the perfect RCR development with an impeccable location, brilliant connectivity, and hopefully good build quality, bringing the total average score to 7.8 out of 10. If I were looking for an own-stay unit or even a transitory home, this would definitely be one of my top choices. Of course, the price also has to be reasonable. So if you'd like to visit the show flat, it's going to open from the 13th of May and booking will start on the 27th of May. Do make an appointment with me, my number is flashing on the screen right now. If you found this useful, do share this video with your family and friends. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!